the channel you want to listen to. Dover Community Radio.
Hello, dear listeners. This is a story called Brimstone and Illusion, written for Halloween Day by Simon Partridge. Louise was pleased. Her birthday was coming up, and Mother had promised her a party. Halloween costume was, of course, mandatory, as her birthday fell on November 1. She would be a glorious 15 years of age, and though she was brand new to Rattingley High, she already had a handful of friends invited over for the party that evening. At least her cousin Matt was coming down for a week's holiday, as he had sprained his arm in a cycle fall. He was a bit dumb in some ways, but well-meaning, and quite intellectual for a 14-year-old. He had Louisa's Bonham card. At that moment Mother came in and said, "Hurry up, Matt's here. We're going to visit the dress shop. Would you like to be a witch?" "I would love to be a witch," said Louise, by way of explanation. Little did she know how true her words were. Matt stopped them by the age-concerned shop, and he rifled through the books outside. "Come on, Matt," said Louise, after she had a crafty look at the books herself. She did not want to be recognised as a bookworm. Then she said, "Come on, little one," and the party moved on. Matt tugged on Mother's hand. "Can we go to the big bookshop in case they have a poetry book for Louise's birthday present?" Matt was very thoughtful that way. "Very well, oh, hooked on books," quivered Mother, and they went in. Clumsy Matt bumped into a pile of books, and Louise picked up a rather scruffy volume that fell to the floor. "What about this one?" she said. "It has even misspelt magic, adding a K and an E. Why would anyone write a book if they cannot spell?" Matt looked at her with round eyes. "I must have it. It's all about real magic. I know it is." And presently they moved on with Matt's new book, nicely wrapped in a brown paper bag. Little did he know how fittingly for Halloween, when elves and witches rise, and magic gains in power. Further on, Louise was in her element, in the fancy dress shop. She could be a pirate if she wanted to be, a ballerina, or a fire person. Soon she was sorted out with her witch's costume in the right size, and the lady said as she was leaving, "Do not forget the wand. 'Twill go with the outfit. I found it in the back room yesterday." Louise said thank you and tucked the wand away, although she thought it was a bit rudimentary. The thought, however, occurred to her that a wand is really only an old stick anyway. She heard a small voice saying, "And who are you calling an old stick?" But the magic was lost on her. Mother was out shopping, and the children sat in Pencester Park, where a local band was playing. A young man in a Dover Community Radio T-shirt handed them a pamphlet. "I think they are the next Beatles," he said charmingly. "They are called Deepwater Horizon. Watch out for the cello." And Matt was opening his book of magic. In the fly sheet it said in big and black letters, "Spells, potions, and witchcraft." Matt looked up after a few minutes. "Look here, Louise. It says an have to be good spell. I think it says habet bonum." "That spell should work well," said Louise in a good-natured way. "See, it is working already," thought Matt. "Dear Louise," said Matt, who wanted to share his acquisition, "try this. It's an I am too busy to stop spell." "But it says," said Louise, "capienda alertum pluribus." "That is not English." Of course, dear reader, the busy spell was the magic to the book, and for the next 5 minutes Matt grazed busily over the book, till he had learnt the lot, magically. In an instant, the power of magic had turned him into a warlock. Matt revelled in his new power. "Fecit magicam magicum arborem," he said, a little from magical memory of reading the book, and a little from his own imagination. And Louise's wand began to shake in the parcel, and the clothes began to dance away as if someone was wearing them. Louise grabbed the wand as it flew past, and sort of waved it. "Isn't that what you do with wands?" And then the air grew thick with witches, with long black hair and long black hats, with moons and stars, all riding broomsticks and blotting out the early evening sun. I wish this were not real, only imagination, wished Louise, because she was so frightened. And suddenly her prayer was answered, and her kitten, Thomas, appeared in the park. Only he was 20 foot high, and for a kitten the dancing witches were no match for his claws, as he battered the witches tumbling out of the sky as they fell in the water of the Dower River. And of course witchcraft does not work with water. Louise was grateful to her kitten. Then Matt said, "Retro ut praeterea," which means return to what was before. Then her kitten too seemed to vanish. The clouds grew white and fluffy, and again it was a dank and quiet Halloween afternoon, with Matt and Louise in the park. And, "Hi there," said Mother. "You would never know how difficult it is to decide which to buy. What to buy," Matt corrected her academically. "Whatever," said Mother. "Come along, we've got to get these party things set out. I think that as it's Halloween, something might happen, but really you children know that it is all myth. But who knows?" And people, of course, who does really know? Have an enchanted Halloween.
The channel you want to listen to. Dover Community Radio.